Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Shameless in Chicago. This is your host, Nin.
And I'm Luke, and I'm doing an ungodly amount of labor right now. Why are we holding the microphones?
I don't know. I feel like it's more relatable. Just chilling on your couch and talking to your best friend.
I feel like I'm lifting weights right now. This thing's like 15 pounds.
I mean, maybe you should work out so it feels less heavy for you.
Relax. So I'm back from Mexico, and I've been catching up
Nobody
on a lot
asked.
of things. You're so rude to me. She makes me edit all of her Iraq vlogs, and this is what I get.
I had him edit Italy.
Anyways, I got back from Mexico, and I've been catching up on all of my reality TV. And I've come to realize something. Reality TV is the fakest thing in the world.
What?
Yeah, I'm watching this new season of Big Brother, season 26.
Okay.
And we have 16 house guests, right? 6 of them have already been confirmed to be on TV. And I'm not like talking like one-off episodes or like, you know, they got on Cops or something and they got on a car chase. I'm talking like House Calls with Dr. Phil. Can you remember the lyrics? They've been in actual movies before.
Oh, so like they've whole ass been casted before.
Yeah, they've been casted before, especially by some CBS productions.
Well,
and I feel it's disingenuous because it's not reality TV if you're casting stars.
Yeah, no, very disingenuous. So on today's episode, as Luke introduced us, we will be talking about the fakeness of reality TV.
I like to call it the bastardization of reality TV.
The falseness of reality TV.
But let's get into it because I've
do it.
personally seen every single episode of American Big Brother, and that's 26 years worth of TV, start to finish. Every episode,
So as long
1.
as we've been alive, they've been airing Big Brother.
Longer. Oh, no, we've been alive longer.
Yeah, we've been
thank
alive
gosh, I'm
longer.
longer than a TV show. But yes, so it started off like really genuine, and the funny thing about it is that the first season, it's boring as hell because you're taking actual people who don't want to make the worst asses of themselves on live TV. So it didn't really make for great TV.
Yeah.
So they kind of amped it up with the further coming seasons, but they did horrible on vetting their candidates. Some of them had violent activity inside the house and had to be escorted out and replaced with alternates, or they just kind of like took them off altogether.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the raw reality TV I'm looking for these days. But what we're getting, it's like producer-fed sound bites.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, you watch reality TV shows too, don't you?
I watch a lot of reality
Yeah.
television.
So do you think that Big Brother is kind of like an anomaly where it's coming to be kind of like scripted and corporatized? Or do you think it's kind of happening across the board?
I feel like it's happening across the board. One thing that really I've been into is the Netflix one. So we've got Love is Blind, Love is Blind US, Love is Blind UK. And when we first watched Love is Blind, everyone was like super into it and they were so about it. And then people started noticing something interesting and they were like, these gold cups, why do you guys keep using these gold cups?
Oh, I love the gold cups.
Yes, and it started a conversation on the internet, and then people that do Love is Blind and other editors and stuff like that were like, they use these gold cups so that they can edit and soundbite stuff so that you don't know when it was cut in and out of a conversation. And then in the most recent season of Love is Blind UK, one of the do we call them characters? Contestants, yeah. One of the contestants said that when she was watching over Love is Blind UK and she was watching her conversation with the guy that she would eventually marry and, spoiler alert, divorce. Yeah. She said that the conversation that you see him having and the conversation you see her having is them with other people, not with each other.
Oh, no way.
She said the conversation that they had between each other was a completely different conversation.
Wow. And so like the gold cups with that. So basically what they're doing is that they're covering up the drinks.
Yes.
So that way we can't see the water levels. So that way they can cut the conversations in and out. And you can't be like, wait a minute, her drink was full 30 seconds ago. It's the strangest thing. I think it's a really easy task to do. You just have to be kind of creative enough to stitch together a narrative.
Yeah, no, it's actually so wild. And like they stitch together a storyline, you know, like you might say something, I might say something, and then they'll take sound bites from other things that we've said, or, you know, because they always have a mic on, you know, they sign a contract and everything. So you might be a whole us having a different conversation, but they'll take that sound bite and they'll stitch it in and create their own storyline that creates a dramatic one that will garner them more interest, more viewers, all of that.
We've had past Big Brother contestants also state that their conversations have been doctored, or that the production crew would call them into the diary room at 3 or 4 in the morning, so that way they'd be like really tired and they're like, hey, we need a soundbite of you saying something like this.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, even like all of this is looking so staged. I can't stand it. It's feeling like The Hills is getting out of control.
I've never watched The Hills.
Never watched The Hills?
No.
The Hills is a reality show that gripped our millennial elders.
Yes, back in the early 2000s.
Yes. Lauren Conrad, Heidi Klum, all them.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out that this big reality show that was going on for years and years and years that had a following, the very last episode, it was all revealed on a soundstage to be fake and scripted.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You know what? That also has me think about Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
How can you keep up with the Kardashians? Kris has like the whole fucking stack of NDAs on her door, doesn't she?
I'm pretty sure she does. So Keeping Up with the Kardashians, for those of you that have watched it previously, are currently still tuned into it, I've been watching it for years. I probably have been watching it ever since it came out.
I haven't watched a single episode.
Oh, I've been really on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and you can like see the evolution of their lives and everything. And it used to be like a wholesome, fun show. And then you would see like some drama here and there. Of course, drama between the sisters, because what sisters do not fight with each other. And then in the most recent seasons, ever since they really transferred over to Hulu and they call it the Kardashians, it's been such a boring show in that their entire show is just an advertisement for their brands. It's just a commercial.
Didn't one of them have like a radio show at one point that they had a whole TV show centered on?
I think so. Oh yeah, because they had like spin-offs of like Khloe and Kourtney Take Miami and all those shows. Yeah. No, it's very interesting in how you see the evolution of it. Also, like the storyline, and you can see like they try to get like like Kendall and Kylie more into it, and it's really just like a money bag. And I think Kris Jenner plays it so smart of like, this show will make them so much money from Hulu, and like people are gonna keep up with the Kardashians, they're gonna watch their lifestyle, because if you recognize, this is one of the most famous families. Like everyone knows them worldwide. They're literal billionaires. Like Kim's a billionaire, Kylie's a billionaire. And so you are getting a look at the top 1%'s lifestyle.
And you get to grow up with them and kind of feel like you've been a part of that whole journey.
Yeah,
oh, that is
exactly.
pretty cute. But now it's gotten boring. Have they just done everything they could possibly do, or what's going on?
I just feel like, I don't know why it's like, I don't want to say like the lack of drama makes it boring, but the lack of, how do I say this? Like,
Lack of conflict?
no, not the conflict. Like the relatability to your audience is just like, is not there. The conversation with the audience isn't there. It just feels like they're called to set. Yes, that's the issue. It doesn't feel like a reality television show. It just feels like, all right, guys, we will be recording at Kim's house at 10 o'clock in the morning. Make sure to be there. It's not like they're naturally there.
Huh. Now, can I ask you if you ever watched the show before?
Yeah.
Because I just heard of the show a couple years ago. I guess it's been going on since, God created, the green grass on the earth. Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, gosh.
I've never watched Vanderpump Rules, but I've heard so much drama surrounding this.
Yeah.
Is it an actual reality show, or is this like a scripted situation?
So Vanderpump Rules is interesting because it started with Lisa Vanderpump, and she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe that's what her show was. And then she had her spinoff of Vanderpump Rules because she had her restaurant, and then she had her entire cast, like people who worked at the restaurant as like a waitress and all of that, like be on this reality television show. And of course, throughout the years, it's gained more traction, the whole Scandival thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how I started hearing about it. But then I was like, they're talking about the Scandival situation on the reunion of the show.
Yeah, and that was a whole thing. And I think the whole Scandival thing really like put Vanderpump Rules on the radar. I mean, for other people who don't really know, because Ariana Madix, as you know, hosted Love Island, and that really got her going. And people who fell in love with Ariana Madix on Love Island USA this past season went and watched her on Vanderpump Rules, and that's exactly what I did. But it's interesting because you have shows like Love Island, you have shows like Vanderpump, and it's like the question is, are these scripted or is this people's real life? I mean, Vanderpump Rules, that storyline of him cheating on her sounds like his character, because when Tom Sandoval was with, before he was with Ariana was the girl he cheated on his ex-girlfriend with. Wait, what? Yeah. So Tom was with another girl, cheated on her with Ariana, dated Ariana for 10 years. And
For a little bit,
10 years. And then cheated on Ariana with Raquel, which was her best friend.
Isn't that just Rachel?
Yeah. I don't know. She goes by Raquel, I think.
How fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this guy's basically just made his way through the entire friend group.
And then,
is he collecting a check off of this show at the same time?
So get this. Ariana Madix went on Love Island, scored a lot of obviously fame and brand deals and money, and was even on Broadway.
Okay.
And he went and sued her for invasion of privacy because she went on his phone, and that's how she found out he was cheating on her. And to my understanding, the lawyers ended up deciding or ruling that he has no case because he forfeited his right to privacy as soon as he gave her his iPhone password.
I mean, that's a fair point right there.
1000%.
You could just expect them to go into it at that point.
Yeah. But you guys want to know the crazier thing?
Yes.
They live together. They still live like in the most recent season.
So that
they're
brings
still
me
living
back.
together.
Is this a genuine situation that's got people gripped at the throat, or is this just fake?
Do you guys? I don't know. Like, that's so if Ariana Madix has so much money from everything that she's been doing, and he also has money because he has a business and a bar, and obviously they're making money from Vanderpump. And obviously the scandal, they're obviously making money from it. Like, come on. You guys can't afford to go
to therapy
or go your own separate ways.
Go to counseling.
Yeah, no. I mean, the entire cast of Vanderpump is just really trashy.
They sound like they could take like a group corporate retreat somewhere to like help alleviate their tensions. Maybe they need a pizza party or something.
I just need them to go into a village and touch some grass.
Reconnect with nature.
No, literally.
But so it's these situations, and back to my Big Brother. I love Big Brother. And when you watch 26 years worth of Big Brother in under 365 days, it does become a big part of your brain. Mm-hmm. I'm having more and more stuff come out with producer plants. But one thing I do want to get back on that is, you're kind of at the mercy of your editors on that show. In one of our seasons of Big Brother, we had our winner come out. His name was Jackson Mickey. And he got approached by the jury. He got approached by all the other cast members that didn't make it to jury. And everyone said, hey, man, you were kind of racist.
Oh.
Like, really kind of racist on this show. And he's kind of looking around everywhere. He says, excuse me? He's like, yeah, everything that we watched on this show, you exhibited some behaviors against black people where it made you seem like you were pretty standoffish. Mm-hmm. And he had to not only do so much damage control after that, but he actually had to go over to CBS and say, hey, what the hell happened over here? We had to go through and see that people were going online to the live feeds, and you can't really hear a lot when you're whispering over a microphone.
Yeah.
So you're at the mercy of Twitter thinking you're saying something that's actually something different. So I don't know. Live TV feels disingenuous because I can't trust who's editing me. Only I can edit me.
Yep. Yeah. So throughout the years you've been watching Big Brother.
Yeah.
And it's obviously gained a lot of traction.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think the seasons have been like? Like, have they been more drama? Do you feel like, especially in the age, especially with Big Brother being 26 years old now, we went from a time with no social media and that it was just a TV show to now you do the TV show and then you do social media and that becomes your full-time job and can make you so much money. I mean, if we look, for example, on Love Island USA, which was the show of the summer, one of the contestants, Leah Katab, amassed 3 million Instagram followers. Yes. And then recently created a YouTube and gained 100,000 followers in less than a week. 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. The one thing that people take years to build on, she got it in a day.
I think Big Brother is exactly where you'd want to go to build your social media following, because not a single person goes into that house and comes out without like 20,000 followers. I think some notable entries are, we had someone this year, season 26, the first guy who was voted out, his name was Matt, and he was voted out by Angela, who is our proposed producer plant. But essentially, he got kicked out of Big Brother, capitalized that he was the first one out on his TikTok, and then he got picked up by a TikTok group that actually takes former contestants from game shows like The Amazing Race, Big Brother, all this stuff, and they're giving him like promotions and fundings to do social media, even though he was only in the house for 1 week.
Wow. Just 1 week.
Just 1 week. And when we go and look at the past episodes or like past seasons, when we do like follow-ups on old house guests, we've got people who are, you know, doing successful podcasts, radio shows.
Yep.
We did have one winner who said that he was going to use the money to help fix like inner city schools, and he ended up doing like a smuggling ring, and he did a couple years in prison for that. But after prison, he ended up helping communities and like turning his entire life around.
Oh, that's good.
So we went from something genuine to people are just kind of doing this to launch their social media careers.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm asking. Like, do you feel like people act disingenuine on reality television shows so they can gain a following outside of the show?
100%, because there is a big shift in Big Brother from a couple of seasons. You could like tell like in the teens, I think it's around 15 or 16 when Instagram was starting to get big. You know, seasons prior, you had Julie Chen calling out people when they got evicted for being racist to house guests. You won't find that kind of activity now because everyone knows everything's online. So they're holding back a lot of their personalities so that way they can help launch that social media presence and not get canceled.
Yeah, that's like been like a really interesting thing. The one thing that I was thinking about when you started is that like people went on Big Brother to be on a cool show.
To win $500,000.
Exactly. And nowadays, I bet you they don't even care about that $500,000. I think they just care.
It's $750,000
Oh,
now.
$750,000?
Oh, yeah. They upped it.
I think now they probably just care to get their face out on television because they know that if they gain a following on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, they're going to make that $750,000 no problem.
On season 16, we had Cody, who said he had no actual interest on being in Big Brother.
So somebody admitted it.
Yes, he admitted it. He said he only wanted to be on Big Brother so that way it would give him a better shot at being on The Amazing Race, which he ended up getting on The Amazing Race with the woman he met and married from the Big Brother house.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
They're a power couple. They have a baby now.
Oh, that's cute. That brings us into our next show that I would like for us to talk about, and that is Selling Sunsets.
Can you explain Selling Sunset to me as someone who's never watched it?
You've never watched Selling Sunset?
I've never watched Selling Sunset.
Okay. So the idea behind Selling Sunset, for those of you that have not watched it, is it follows the real estate group, the Oppenheim Group, that is located in Los Angeles, California. And the Oppenheim Group also has another place in Orange County. And basically they sell multi-million-dollar homes.
Love it.
That's what they do. And when the show initially started, it was literally just about watching these real estate agents and looking at these beautiful, luxurious homes that, you know, the average person isn't affording, or like $1 million in Chicago will get you one thing and $1 million in California will get you another thing, right?
There's like vastly different sizes of homes.
Vastly different sizes of homes, and also like your views, right? In California, you're going to pay $5 million. You're going to get a smaller home, but you're going to be on the mountainside. You're going to have a beautiful view. Whereas in Chicago, you're going to get a beautiful mega mansion for $5 million.
Or a sky home. I think I'd rather have the sky home.
Whatever it is that you want. But that's what Selling Sunset used to be about, right?
Okay.
And then as it gained a little bit of popularity, gained traction, because I believe Selling Sunset was the first reality show on real estate, right? So then you had other ones come after, like...
So that was the originator?
Kind of
like everyone to Property Bros, Flip This House, all that?
Well, they were HGTV.
Okay,
this is Netflix. This is Netflix taking a toll on it. And these were, and then it became about their fashion, right? So then they started to hire stylists and they started to do their hair and their makeup. And like, if you are a Selling Sunset fan, I highly, highly encourage you to watch the first ever episode of Selling Sunset and then watch the latest episodes. And throughout the years, obviously the characters have changed. You know, agents have come, agents have left, agents have been let go, all of that. And at first you see like this drama is starting to formulate. The women are very catty with each other. One thing that I find interesting about the Oppenheim group in their Los Angeles division is that all of the people on the show are women. The only men are Brett and Jason, the owners of the Oppenheim group. And so now this season, there has...
On Selling Sunset.
On Selling Sunset, season 8 of Selling Sunset, has been a lot of drama, and it's almost disgusting.
Tell me how. Like, does it seem just too played out, or is it just really egregious? What kind of drama are we getting?
It seems played out. It seems like each of them are fighting for their chance for their 15 minutes of fame. Like, they're trying to be as relevant as they can on the show. Like, for example, one of the characters, her name is Nicole, and when Selling Sunset aired this season, and you know, the TikTokers that watch the show right away, because their job at this point has become to report on the show, we're like, oh, Nicole did this, Nicole spread this rumor, blah, blah, blah. People are like, who the fuck is Nicole? who is Nicole? I don't know who that is. People were like, I literally had to, you know, on the search bar on TikTok, they had to be like, who's Nicole? And so people are like, oh my God, I like completely forgot about her. And then somebody else on Selling Sunset created a TikTok about like the wannabe real estate agent wanted to join the Oppenheim group, and people are like, who the fuck are you talking about? And then somebody commented, oh, are you talking about Cassandra? And people are like, who's Cassandra? And then you click on her and you see like the one scene she was in last season where she was trying to like stir up some drama with the other real estate agents.
So are they just kind of bringing in side characters that have nothing to do with the actual show to bring in drama, and then they're just kind of gone until the next season?
I think like they're just bringing people in because the executive producer is Jason Oppenheim. So executive producer is what? The person who's producing the show and the person who gets the final say as
to what. And he also owns the business.
He also owns the business.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that tells you anything, just look at the executive producer. Who is it? Like in the Kardashians, the executive producer used to be Ryan Seacrest, right? He was the one who had the say. You know who one of the executive producers is on Keeping Up with, or on the Kardashians on Hulu?
Who?
Kim Kardashian's stylist.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I forgot her name, but I think her last name is Levy, and I remember her because Dan Levy in Schitt's Creek. I think her name is Danielle Levy.
So does she just run a couple different positions? Like stylist is like they're saving on actually hiring a stylist?
No, she's actually Kim Kardashian's stylist, and she's also the executive producer, which I find so interesting.
Yeah. I would also love to be an executive producer from a stylist position.
No, exactly. How do you go from stylist to executive producer over your boss's reality television show, who Danielle Levy barely shows up?
Well, I mean, hey, who do women trust their secrets with more?
Their stylist,
exactly.
their
hairdresser.
Yeah.
So there. As a hairstylist, you know too much. So she's already gotten herself way too in. So Kim can't afford not to hire her on as the executive producer.
Maybe, perhaps. So yeah, this season of Selling Sunset, in my opinion, has been disgusting, has been too drama-filled, has been really shallow. These women are hardly professionals, the way they dress, the way they act, the way they talk to each other. And some parts they'll admit that it's their their real life. Other parts, they'll be like, oh, it was curated. Like, for example, Chelsea Lascani, she's one of the real estate agents. Her husband cheated on her. And yes, and we find that out this season, obviously, but we knew they were divorcing because obviously E! News comes out with it, you know, all the celebrity news and gossip. Anyways, we come to find out that the scene where Bree, the other real estate agent, is telling Chelsea, hey, I found out your husband is cheating on you, was actually all scripted, and Chelsea told production to set up the scene that, hey, in this scene at this restaurant, she's going to come and tell me that my husband is cheating on me.
So is he actually cheating on her?
So they're saying that he cheated on her, but he has not reported, which I don't blame him for not reporting on his life.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of damning yourself if you did.
And you know what's interesting also about the season is that Chelsea goes and blames Bree for setting up the scene where her friend is telling her, hey, your coworker's husband is cheating on her.
I would also feel upset if my friend orchestrated a plot to reveal my cheating husband on national TV.
Right, but Chelsea basically orchestrated a scene to have Bree tell her that her husband is cheating on her, even though Chelsea already knew.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
So she was just using her friend's pain for views.
No. Chelsea is the one who got cheated on.
Hold my hand while you tell me this. Okay.
Chelsea is the one that got cheated on.
Okay, poor Chelsea.
Bree found out from her friend Amanda.
How did Amanda find out?
She saw him at a hotel with another woman.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So Amanda called Bree and told her, I got to tell you some piping hot tea. And Bree was like, oh, I love me some piping hot tea. And then she went and they were filming and she told her, hey, just to let you know, Chelsea's husband is cheating on her. And Bree was like, oh shit, I'm not even close with Chelsea. She doesn't even like me. And now I have to go and tell her husband's cheating on her. So then Bree was like, I have to tell Chelsea that her husband's cheating on her. And then you see the scene where they're at a bar, like a bougie bar in LA. And Bree goes and tells Chelsea, hey, like, your husband's cheating on you. And Chelsea's like, oh shit. And then like tears up a little bit. And then everyone was like, who watched the show was like, Chelsea's reaction wasn't the reaction we thought. And so that's how it came out of them, that Chelsea knew her husband was cheating on her. And she set up the scene for Bree to tell her that her husband was cheating on her, but like let production know we're going to have this scene.
This is the most wildest effed up shirt I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
No, I fucking swear. And you want to say reality television? Like, what about that as reality? Like, the reality would have been when Chelsea actually found out her husband was cheating on her.
Yeah, have a camera in that woman's face 24/7.
No,
she sounds
literally.
like a drama magnet. Jesus.
No, literally. Bree is also one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas.
No way!
Yeah.
Doesn't he have like 30 of them?
Yeah, no, I
love
swear.
Nick Cannon. He's gonna populate the earth.
No, I swear. It's so funny.
Oh, which also reminds me, Nick Cannon ran his own reality show. It was
one?
a game show, Wild 'N Out.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of rap groups that would go together. I think that was the last time that this country had an actual, genuine reality TV show.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved them. I can't remember a single performance that was done there. It was all a fever dream to me.
Yeah.
But yes, Nick Cannon ran the best reality show on MTV.
Yeah. So, like, reality television, like My Super Sweet 16, probably also, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, My Super Sweet 16 was fake?
Have you ever gone on? Oh my gosh. Do you have Paramount Plus?
No.
That's a lie. You have my Paramount Plus, I'm sure of it. Anyways, Paramount Plus has all the old MTV shows.
Okay.
Like Parental Control.
Teen Mom?
Teen Mom.
Oh my God, I love
Next.
Teen Mom.
Now, Teen Mom's real. We don't mess with Teen Mom like this. But if you watch Parental Control
Yeah.
without the eyes
Yeah.
of like a 9, 10, 11-year-old,
Yeah.
it's like a soap opera for teenagers. Even like the camera quality feels like it's like a soap opera from like what are those old ones that your mom used to watch on TV during the middle of the day?
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, exactly like that. It's
Hospital.
the same quality. All the acting is overdone. Like, these are not real people lines. If people were to watch that today, if it were to come out, the comments under these videos would be like, this was written by AI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how bad Parental Control has aged.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have not seen
So,
it.
you know what? Maybe reality TV's always been pretty sour.
I mean, yeah, what is another one? Oh my God, there was one that
Remember Next?
Which one?
Next. They would have the contestants for a dating show sit on the bus and they would walk out and they would go on a date. At any time from they walked out of the bus during any part of that date, they could say next and you would be sent back to the bus and not allowed to go on the date.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
No, there's literally so many reality television shows out there. And it's like, at this point, I feel like reality and television has gained so much traction that it's making producers so much money that we have lost the creativity that it comes to creating a genuinely good show. Like some shows that I really enjoy watching currently is Emily in Paris. That's a really good show. And I like that everyone agrees that Emily in Paris is just a show to watch to escape reality and go into this fantasy world, right? It's like, remember, we are adults that grew up on Disney princesses, right? And so we looked at their lives and we escape our little reality. And then you watch Emily in Paris and it's like, yeah, it's our little like adult escape reality. And then another show that my mom really enjoys watching and one show that I really enjoy watching is Three's Company. You've never watched Three's Company?
I have never watched Three's Company.
Oh my God, Three's Company is an adorable American's 1970s sitcom. It's an amazing show. It follows the story of three roommates, and one of them is Jack Tripper, and he's so funny, and he hacks. What's so funny about it is that he has to act like he's gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
To the landlord, because back then men and women weren't allowed to live together.
By law?
I guess. By law or societal norms.
Oh, okay.
Unless you were married. And so he would have to act like he was gay in order to be able to live with his two female roommates. And it's like so funny. And it just like follows their little lives and like as best friends. And it's really cute. Another show that I really enjoy watching is... what is that one show with Damon Wayans? My Wife and Kids.
Girl, did you just come back to American sitcoms?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, these shows are, like, so good. They're so fun and funny to watch. And, like, they don't require a lot of effort, but they require creativity. And, like, people are going to film school. People are creative. Like, allow their voices to be heard. And also... I feel like we're like Lizzie McGuire wanted an adult version of Lizzie McGuire. That's So Raven wanted an adult version of That's So Raven. One? Yeah, and she got it. And then we also have iCarly, wanted an adult version of iCarly. Like these were successful shows when we were like young kids or teenagers. Like let's have adult shows that are good. I don't
put
need
these same actors in a brand new show like the jobs they were meant to do. I don't need to see Miranda Cosgrove reprise her role as the quirky Carly Shay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tired.
It is tired. Exactly. Or like, for example, like Shrek was a successful movie, right?
And then they pumped out 30 other Shreks after the first one was done.
They're coming out with number 5.
Are they really?
Yeah, next year. God. And it's like, do we not have any more ideas for movies, for television shows?
Yeah. You know what? In A Quiet Place, they came out with that third movie.
Oh, yeah.
Why did we do that? Why are we burning this franchise to the ground? Can we just let good movies be good movies?
Or
they
what
don't
about,
need to be franchises.
Which one is it with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm a Halloween fan. You can't actually get me to talk bad about Halloween. I'm sorry.
No, how many of those are we going to have?
I love Halloween H2O. Halloween 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's just so many things out there that they're having like so many different variations of it because the first one was successful. Like, remember Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis?
And Justin Timberlake?
And that one was successful. And then they did like 5 other variations of a Friends with Benefits movie.
That came out in each concurrent year.
Yeah.
So Hollywood doesn't have any original ideas, and now it's bleeding into our reality TV. So do better, America.
Yeah, no, I swear. So, yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on reality television. I would love to hear what you guys all think about reality television. Is it too scripted? Is it too drama? Is everyone just in it for the TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube fame?
I think so. And I'm just going to say, if you're going to script it, at least make it entertaining and believable. It's not that hard.
Yeah, at this point. And, like, honestly, we need to stop producers need to stop making people's characters so bad. Like, don't make somebody a homophobe. Don't make somebody a racist where they're not. It's very damaging to their character and their reflection of themselves. Also, there are actual racists out there. There are actual homophobes out there. And we do not want to give that type of character, that genuine character, a platform. And it's not something we should even allow people to think that is okay, you know? So also another thing, one last thing that I would like to add out there. There was one show that recently got canceled on Netflix, and it was called Buying Beverly Hills. Did you ever watch that?
Not ever once.
Okay, so Buying Beverly Hills followed the life of Mauricio Umansky and Kyle Richards. Do you know her? She's from one of the Real Housewives shows. Anyways, Mauricio Umansky is a first-generation Mexican-American. No, he moved from Mexico. He was born in Mexico and moved to the U.S. and then got married and had kids and everything and created this successful business called The Agency. His story was so beautiful. I loved watching him because he was literally a dad that created a better life for himself and his family. And he had three biological daughters that were his own, and one was Kyle Richards' daughter from a previous relationship who he treated and loved as his own daughter. And what I loved watching about this show is that it wasn't drama-filled, it was relationships, and it was healthy. And I feel like we need to have more of that. We need to have more wholesome content because our television and what we watch is a direct reflection of what we act and how we do and how we think and how we speak.
Very well said.
Thank you. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Shameless in Chicago. I hope you guys enjoyed this so much. And don't forget to leave your comments, like this video, subscribe to our channel. And until next time, everyone.
Yes, please join us next time when we get Nin to sign up for a reality show where she goes into a boxing ring blindfolded with 30,000 porcupines.
I feel like that's how I feel every time I come into the studio.
Wow, what a prick.
Alrighty, bye everyone.